不可能な夢物語をも再現する時代に取り残されたデタラメよ。
Alright. That doesn't mean much to him.
Soujuuro's expression seemed to be calling her out on the hypocrisy.
Yeah, impossible fantasies.
私たちはちゃんと現代に寄り添った魔術師よ。できないこともあるし、当たり前のことだけど、近代兵器にはかなわない。20世紀、まあいろんな戦争の後押しで兵器の進化が私たちを超えちゃったから。
It's a little more important to hide magecraft these days. Carrie would wreck all of you.
I mean, he was also specifically a mage hunter, so no shocker on that. Plus, he had time manipulation bullshit.
Well, yeah, but he hardly needed that against most opponents.
Yeah, but he had it.
Yeah.
There's a reason there's no heroic spirits after the invention of the firearm, even though that's blatantly untrue.
It became rare and hard to do.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Stay Night explicitly said there were no modern, literally no.
I think they said no modern
heroic spirits.
Yeah.
And then immediately told us that was complete bullshit with Emiya.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of always how they do that. Though, according to the wiki...
But it's, actually shocking how many there are when you stop and think about it.
Grand Order still kind of has a cutoff, but...
Does it, though? Because,
Well, Tesla's the most recent, but...
Is he?
Who's after Tesla besides
Voyager.
Him? Oh, yeah, Space Probe. Forgot about him.
Or,
we kind of sent him into space, so yeah.
I don't know, what about Electronic Rice? She's literally from the future.
I don't think she's a servant. She's kind of like Fujino, where the Counterforce just yanked humans from other timelines to help out as a kind of an excuse.
But yeah, Voyager.
She's not in the throne, but...
Voyager is definitely the most recent.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And Tesla, I think, would have been roughly...
Tesla, Edison, yeah,
Tesla, Edison, they were contemporaries.
Yeah.
They might have even been, at least for a bit, they would have been contemporary with Lee as well.
Oh, and Helena.
Yeah. Because, Lee didn't die until, 1912 or something.
Damn.
Yeah. He was, the late 1800s through the early 1910s. The early to mid-1910s.
But see, though, they kind of work because they had feats that were their own, that weren't just reliant on, a big gun or a magic sword or something. This, the explanation on the wiki is that humans, it's that element of worship, wow, it's something I could never do. And the reason you don't get a lot of modern gun-toting heroes is because deep down, everyone kind of thinks, if I had that gun, I could do that too. So you kind of worship the technology and not the hero using it. But if someone can defy that and do their own thing so well that you worship them in that same way, you can get around it.
So what precisely was Edison's thing? Because all he did was steal shit from other people.
He was the king of lawsuits. Nobody can live up to that.
I don't know about that. There's been some pretty ridiculous, frivolous lawsuits recently.
It's fine.
Actually, where's that guy from the OJ trial? Why isn't he a servant?
Oh, everyone kind of thinks they could do that.
Nobody thinks they could pull off the Chewbacca defense. Are you kidding me?
After South Park, any chance of him being a hero is gone. Everyone knows the Chewbacca defense now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Cochran, right?
Yeah, Johnny Cochran?
Johnny Cochran.
Yeah, I think that was it.
けど、あの子のは違う。どんなに人間の技術が進歩しようと関係ないって怪物なの。
I mean, you say that.
I think she's still vulnerable to gun.
Yeah.
Honestly, more of you mages need to carry around backup gun. Just in case you get in a mage off with a mage who's stronger than you. Just gun.
Yeah.
Acquire, pull out gun and shoot.
And it's not so high-tech that mages couldn't figure out how to use it.
Well, it's literally point and shoot.
Yeah, I know. But
even Rin could figure that shit out.
Yeah. Actually, Rin's good with tech for a mage. That's the scary thing. Rin knows how to use a VCR. That makes her better than most people at the clock tower.
Does she? I seem to remember her failing miserably.
No, that was a Blu-ray player. That's the problem. She knows how to use a VCR, and Blu-ray threw her off.
I thought she was trying to record something.
She was trying to record something
You can't do that with a Blu-ray.
You can't... the whole thing was she was trying to record to the hard drive inside. Like, record the program, and she's thinking she needs to put discs in. It, yeah.
What?
Really?
That seems unlikely.
They would resist gunfire? That's kind of scary.
Or they just don't understand. Perhaps they operate on, like... They're like a,
Fairy tale logic?
They're like, like little kids where they cover their eyes and they assume that you can't see them if they can't see you.
Maybe.
Right? It's like they don't understand that guns exist and therefore bullets cease to be when they
don't know why they should
when
be
they
hurt.
enter their presence.
Yeah.
Bullets just pop out of existence.
That could be annoying.
Aoko casually gestured outside past the counter.
全てが空想によって止められた神秘なの。前提からしてありえないことだから、通常の物理法則と折り合いが悪い。空想と現実は両立しないっていうごく当たり前の理由でね。
なるほど。ブレッドマンってのはあの動く焼きたてパンのことなんだな。
Soujuuro seemed to have ignored the majority of Aoko's explanation and only reacted to the part that caught his curiosity.
Wow. So does that mean we can eat them?
Oh, I see. So they don't believe in guns. What? Was that the only part you picked up on? Well, that and that I think they're edible.
Yeah.
What kind of bread do you think they are? Are they like white bread,
Is it
wheat
sourdough?
bread, rye bread, sourdough?
Yeah.
Like,
or are they pretzel soldiers?
are they like that really good like Hawaiian bread where it's where it's kind of sweet and like oh man, I would love if they were that. Soujuuro, focus! I am on delicious breads, Aoko.
話を戻すけど、
Yeah,
あ
well.
いつらと近代兵器の相性は最悪。ロケット弾でも効果はないわ。意思の疎通、秩序の共有ができてないから。
Well, that's annoying.
They're not part of the same order. Are they part of the same class?
I guess,
Or maybe phylum.
plane of
Kingdom,
reality?
possibly?
Huh.
プロイキッシャーにとって彼らの世界には存在しないもの、意味がわからないものは触れることなく無産する。
Wow, yeah, the bullets really do
Wow.
just pop out of existence upon approaching them.
Damn, that sucks.
That is unfortunate. Wait. That's like extreme. That'd be a great like Power Rangers monster. They go to punch it with the Megazord and the Megazord just dissolves. Like, oh, well that's unfortunate. Now
Back
what
to
do we
martial
do?
arts.
It's a 30-foot tall like monster, and we have to punch it to death.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just get out its face and kick it in the eye, you know.
彼らに通じるのは同じ神秘を帯びた魔力だけっていうデタラメぶりよ。もう完全に概念空間っていうか概念宇宙っていうか。
I really don't think Soujuuro is following this.
It would be great if he's just like, wait, so is it like a reality marble? Just out of nowhere. He just happens to know what a reality marble is. Doesn't know shit else about magecraft. Very familiar with reality marbles.
Oh.
Like, I am sure this man is an anachronism in some capacity. I'm just waiting for him to say something that's
Yeah.
very blatantly not something he should understand.
要するにあいつらは伝承防御っていう特別なルールを持っていて、単純に強い力、強い魔術じゃ効果は薄いの。元になった童話にちなんだ欠点をつかないと倒せない。
Oh, alright. So they have fairy tale weaknesses at least.
Cool. Well, let's just
Hope we know the fairy tale they come from.
right?
Yeah.
Like, are these the... Okay, what fairy tale are bread men from? Like, I keep trying to come up, and I just keep coming up with the gingerbread man. Those are not gingerbread. Those are literal loaves of bread.
Yeah, not
that are,
sure.
like, stapled together somehow. Like, fucking fairy tale's that from?
Yeah. I don't know that one.
ギリシャ神話のアキレスあたり分かりやすい例えなんだけど、
Yes.
知ってる？
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the heel, yeah, it's
I see
easy to
what you're-
understand.
I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows about that, though, so good luck getting at it unless you're Paris, apparently.
Or Kyron, who taught him.
You know.
Yeah, you know.
Soujuuro shook his head.
そう無事帰れたら飛び丸あたりに教えてもらって。定番だけどいい話よあれ。
If we live through this, I'm not going to explain it, but tell Tobimaru to do it for me.
Yeah.
Soujuuro was feeling pretty lost, but he did his best to grasp the situation. He thought that ploy kickshaws were scary enough to chase Aoko and that puppet from before out of the house barefoot. Certainly, the scene before them was the stuff of nightmares.
Pretty freaky, yeah.
But Soujuuro had a different way of thinking.
やっぱり青崎の方が怖くないか。
Oh.
I mean, I'm looking at these bread dudes and I'm like, that looks like a snack. Can I just
Yeah.
eat them?
Yeah.
あんた死ぬ
Wow. She had that charged up fast.
Soujuuro wavered in protest, silently pointing out that she had made his case for him.
あのね今私たちを取り囲んでるのはおまけに過ぎないの
If I'm more scared than you, it's because I understand what I'm dealing with and you're an oblivious moron!
Yep.
アリスにとってあのブレッドマンもロブスターもソーセージ屋のミンチマシーンも全部が全部
Right, they're not the real monster, huh?
いいあの動くマスコットたちはねただのおまけなのアリスが解放した童話の怪物の一呼吸みたいなものなのよ
All of those out there, that's Alice playing with us!
Yeah. We're not in serious time yet.
私だって考えたくないわよでもそれが現状たった一体の童話の怪物だけで私たちは手一杯そういうわけだからアリスがあと一体でも追加したら諦めて
追加ってこれに制限はないのか
Yeah, you
Technically, yes, there's a limit of 3. She has 3 of them. We've established this.
あの子が出し惜しみしなければまだ何体かストックはあるでしょうけどまあ成立する条件はあるわね
Right.
例えば川がないと目を覚まさない怪物もいる
Oh.
この遊園地噴水はあるけど川はないでしょ元になった童話縛りなのあの子の使い魔は
Okay.
童話ってかけそ
So
ば
that might be the troll, because it's named... Thames troll needs the river nearby, maybe?
Maybe.
Wait a minute. By fairy tale like the one about a bowl of soba noodles? What the fuck?
Yeah, you know, the fairy tale about the bowl of soba noodles.
I don't know that one.
How are you not familiar with this? It's like a famous Japanese fairy tale in the
I
mountains,
see.
probably.
Maybe.
Hold on.
Is that...
To Google.
I have to see if that's a real thing.
Fairy tale about a bowl of soba noodles. Alright, that was mostly what I typed. Google worked it out. Seared salmon and miso soba noodle salad from Blue Apron. That is not what I
That
asked
is
about.
not a fairy tale, yeah.
That is not a fairy tale at all. Alright, let's try actual Google.
Oh, yeah.
Google or Goggle. That's fine too. There we go. The story of a bowl of kake soba?
Wow.
That I don't think that's the thing we're
Not a
talking
fairy tale?
about. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
The tale of a bowl of noodles. No, that's something about a noodle soup. That's a never-ending
Yeah.
bowl of noodles in Japan.
Why
Japanese people eat a bowl of soba noodles on New Year's Eve? Is this what we're talking about? Is it the New Year's Eve thing? With, like, the onis or whatever?
Yeah, is that the story, I guess? Let's see.
When the clock strikes midnight, at Japan, soba... Toshikoshi soba, yeah, year crossing.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Is there, like, an actual story behind it? Like, I know of established during the Edo period. Please create an account to read the full story. Fuck you. Continue in the mobile web. Continue in the mobile... No, I don't want to sign in. I'm not
Yeah,
signing in.
it's alright.
Yeah, I assume this is to do...
Could be
I
a New Year's
assume
thing.
this is to do with the New Year's like soba noodle situation, which
I
I'm
see.
familiar with but don't know the specifics of.
Well, let's see if he tells us.
We did see it during Terrace House one time.
Ah,
Also, pro tip: if anyone has not watched Terrace House, go watch Terrace House. That shit is incredible. It was a like reality TV show that was done originally by Fuji TV,
okay.
where they had like a 98 episode season. And then Netflix was like, "Hi, I want to be part of this. I'm gonna like subsidize this moving forward." And then it was coming out on both Fuji TV and Netflix, but only on Netflix in the West, obviously.
Sure.
So the premise of it is that they get a group of guys and a group of girls, and they stick them in a house,
Yep.
and that's it. They just let the cameras go.
So it's Big Brother?
It's Japanese Big Brother.
Yeah.
And it's very Japanese. It is as Japanese as you would expect that to get.
I see.
And like ostensibly, there's like no scripting, there's
Sure.
no coaching or whatever. And I
Right.
think that is very true for the first few like series of it.
Maybe.
They did have they kind of got canceled in the middle of their like 5th season series, I think it was. So they started out in like Tokyo, and then they did another one in Tokyo, and then they went to Hawaii for a season, and they did a season in Hawaii, and then they were in I can't remember the name of the place, but it's really beautiful, like wooded area. It's like an hour and a half outside of Tokyo by train.
Okay.
And then they went back to Tokyo. But that season was airing in like 2020.
Oh,
And
wow.
the episodes in Japan were coming out like 5 weeks after they were filmed or something.
Sure.
And then we were getting them like 2 months after that.
Yeah.
And so COVID hit,
Right.
obviously, and they had to stop production for a little while. But while that was going on, one of the cast members that year for that season was a Japanese wrestler named Hana Kimura, who, as I understand, there was some sort of situation where people weren't terribly pleased with something that she'd done, like, in the house, like, that had been on, like, an episode or something, so they were kind of being, internet people online,
yeah.
and she ended up taking her own life because of it.
Wow.
And so there was this huge controversy, and they kind of canceled the series at that point.
Jeez.
So you can watch seasons 2, 3, 4, and like the first half of 5 on US Netflix. The first season was never put there for some reason. And then you get to the 5th season, and it's like we cut off the episode before Hana would have been introduced into the cast.
Okay.
Like there was like another 20 episodes that we didn't get to see because they
Yeah.
just didn't bring them over. And it cuts off like literally right before we would have been introduced to Hana.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, that shit is fantastic.
Huh.
Like so good. It's got like one of my all-time favorite reality TV controversies, because in the second series, or the first one on American Netflix,
Sure.
Boys and Girls in the City, I think was the subtitle for that one. There's one of the two of the house members have sort of paired up and are in this romantic relationship, and he works as like a hairdresser at a salon in Tokyo, right? So one of his clients brings in this special like meat, this really like high class special beef, and like gives it to him as like a gift for doing the hairdressing.
Wow.
So he
Alright.
brings it back and puts it in the fridge at the house.
Uh,
And so while he's out somewhere doing something, his girlfriend and a few of the other people just cook up the beef and like eat it.
yeah.
And he comes home and throws the biggest temper tantrum in the world over this.
Yeah.
Like, that was my special meat. It was supposed to be prepared in a special way. You knew that was special to me, man. Like, he's whining about this. And then he just locks himself in his room for like a week straight and refuses to come out because he's so despondent over this meat.
Damn.
It's incredible to watch. And it eventually gets resolved by his girlfriend's sister just came to visit, and then she went and talked to him, and he suddenly was like willing to come out of his room and stop sulking. It is amazing.
Jeez.
Like, that shit is incredible. Go watch Terrace House. Like, honestly, it's great.